Isshin Ashina was more than a man, he was a storm made flesh, a warrior whose blade carved a legend into the mountains that bore his clan's name. They called him the Sword Saint, a title not given, but earned in blood. For years the people of Ashina suffered beneath the yoke of foreign oppression, until Isshin rose against them, rallying warriors of unmatched skill by his side. Owl, Lady Butterfly, Gyoubu the Demon, and even the one who would one day be known as a Sculptor, but back then he was still called the Orangutan. Still clashed, flames devoured the land, Isshin's rebellion roared like a thunderclap across the valleys. At its height, he faced General Tamura, a battle that would seal Ashina's fate. With Tamura's fall, the land was reclaimed, and from the loyalists who bled with him, Isshin forged 7 Ashina Spears, an honor bound not just by their weapon, but by their unbreakable devotion. Time, however, spares no one. He became a grandfather to Genichiro, taking the boy in when tragedy robbed him of his mother. Yet even in this, fate sowed discord. The child grew desperate for power, seeking salvation for Ashina through forbidden waters and immortal blood, abominations Isshin would never embrace. To guard against such corruption, he placed his trust in Emma, binding her to aid Wolf, the shinobi tasked with shielding Lord Kuro's divine life. But Isshin hadn't always been the savior. When the Sculptor's bloodlust consumed him, threatening to transform into Shura, it was Isshin's blade that severed his arm, cutting him away from the path of damnation. And if Wolf too should one day falter, should his soul lean toward the abyss of Shura, Isshin would not hesitate to raise his sword once more, even against a man he'd rather call an ally. The years dragged on, his body withering beneath the weight of illness, yet he still fought, standing as the last wall against the tide of invaders pressing upon Ashina's borders. His will was iron, though his flesh betrayed him. In the end, it was not the enemy's skill that failed him, but the slow rot of disease, claiming the sword of Saint in silence.